happy Saturday. Chime on in. I have some information to give to you about how to recover your missing stimulus check, the PPP loan mess, and just clear up a lot of other information that you've been wanting to know about over the last few weeks. This is an update within the last day. There are many people that I have spoken to over the last 24 hours who have the same issues. So since there's a lot of people with the same issues, what's that mean? It's time to go live. So share with a friend, chime on in, make sure you follow me on this page if you're not already. Join the Set Free Tax and Professional Services page. Join me on Instagram at Miss Set Free and also on YouTube and TikTok. Okay, so down to the nitty gritty. Since I'm a tax professional and I've been in the industry for a very long time, over 18 years, there's nothing haven't seen, and generally don't know, but if I don't know, I definitely find out. When it comes to your stimulus check floating around because you changed your address or you have a forwarded address, with the IRS, you have to wait 4 weeks to do a trace. If it's your regular address, if you forwarded your address, you forwarded your mail to a new address, you have to wait 6 weeks in order to do this process, in order to recover your stimulus check number 3. Okay, so here we go. If your stimulus check has not been received in 4 to 6 weeks due to the issues that I stated above, you have checked at irs.gov/coronavirus and it says your check has been mailed out. This applies to you, okay? Or if your check has been lost or stolen, you can call 1-800-919-9835. That's the direct number to the IRS regarding tracing your stimulus check. If it were lost or stolen, call 1-800-919-9835. There's also another process. If you say, hey, Toy, I cannot get them on the line, which is the usual situation, or you have to wait a few hours and you don't have that type of time, you can use this form, which is form 3911. Look it up, go to the IRS.gov website and pull up form 3911 so you can trace your stimulus check. Trace the stimulus check number 3. This does not apply to the first or second stimulus check that you can recover on your 2020 taxes. So if you still need to file your 2020 taxes, here I am. Go to Set Free Tax Pro or inbox me for further instructions on how you can file your taxes, a non-filer's return or back taxes, okay? So the situation is, once you download form 3911, complete it by simply writing in EIP3, which means the Economic Impact Payment number 3, and put individual for tax year 20, they want you to put 2021 on there, sign and date it, then you can fax it. Here are inside fax numbers to the IRS. The first one is 855-332-3068. The next one is 855-203-7538. You can fax the form 3911 to trace your stimulus check number 3. I also advise, if your stimulus check went to the wrong address, you did not forward your mail to your new address, that you may want to add this form with it. And that's a change of address form with the IRS. The change of address form is 8822. Okay? So these two important forms are form 3911 to trace your stimulus check and also form 8822 to change your address. I suggest that you complete those and submit them to the fax numbers that I have just given you. Once again, this only applies to people who can go on to irs.gov/coronavirus and they see that their third stimulus has been dispersed. This does not apply to anyone where their stimulus check says not available. And at this particular time, if you're still getting not available, unavailable, no information available, something like that, using that site, that is a huge indicator that you may need to file a non-filer's return if you generally don't file taxes, even if you get Social Security, railroad benefits, veteran benefits, you're on cash aid. They may not know that you have dependents, so you won't get a stimulus check for the dependents that you have. So there's things that need to be cleared up, and those things can be cleared up by doing a non-filer's return, which I will help you do. Just inbox me or either call 562-646-6185 or go to setfreetaxpro.com and I'll be happy to assist you. These forms that I just mentioned to you generally only take about 5 minutes to enter your general information and then fax it over. So the next topic really quickly is the PPP mess. The PPP loan mess. Yes, I'm calling it a mess because there is so much misinformation out there from people around the block that don't have the real information that is going to get general people into a lot of trouble. And you may say, hey, Toy, well, why do you care? Well, I care because when people get in trouble, they come calling me, asking me how I can help. And at that time, when they get in that trouble, there's not too much that I could say other than you need to go ahead and call Jesus, honey, because I tried to warn you. So here's the warning again regarding the PPP loan. Yes, if you were or are self-employed, okay, we're talking about 2019, 2020 taxes. You have a Schedule C, which means that you are an independent contractor receiving a 1099 miscellaneous, or for 2020, they call it a 1099 NEC. You did DoorDash, you did Uber, Lyft, whatever the case. You were an independent contractor, or you consider yourself self-employed, you did hair, whatever the case may be. Yes, you can apply for the PPP loan. However, what you put on the PPP loan, as far as your income, it can be the gross amount or it can be the net amount. It has to match what is on your tax return, either your Schedule C or either your corporate business return, whichever way it is. People are thinking that they're getting over, or either they have somebody, hustle them. And I'm going to say hustle because they are hustling you to do a PPP application and charging you thousands of dollars to do a 5-minute application in order to inflate your numbers that you then sign for and say, oh yeah, I did make $100,000 for the year. But on your Schedule C that you have for your taxes for 2019 or 2020 says that, hey, you only made $23,000. What they say, yeah, that's a red flag. And you may say, oh, well, how will they know? Well, they're going to know because on the PPP loan application, within the application, it has a form, an IRS form called the 4506T. And if you don't know what you're doing, you don't understand what that form is because you get happy seeing the dollar signs, you're not paying attention. When you go and you sign that 4506T, that means that you are authorizing the bank, the SBA lender, the SBA within itself to go ahead and pull your tax transcripts. They are going to pull your tax transcripts from the IRS. So if they're pulling those transcripts from the IRS, yeah, that's how you get caught up. They're going to see the difference between the numbers. You get put in the fraud file. When will they get to you? I don't know. But they put you in the fraud file. Okay, so that's how that goes. So what I'm saying is, I'm telling you this because I get a lot of phone calls. This is how my morning started, by advising somebody calls, say, hey, I don't know what to do here. There's, this person did the application for me and I'm wondering, should I really sign it? This doesn't match up. If it's really a headache, I don't want to be bothered with the money. I said, look, that I tell you straight and direct how it is. You do what you want to do with the information, but I'm going to tell you straight how it is. Okay? So that's what happens with the PPP loan application. Hey, if you get the money legitimately, I'm happy for you, use it properly, but this is what the other issue is. Some people are getting the PPP loan and they think that they can use the money to put a down payment on a house. Yes, I said put a down payment on a house. I do mortgage loans too. I have a network of people that I work with, network of lenders, and they're getting a lot of stories. I've had even people ask me, hey, I want to get a house. I'd like to put this amount of money down. Well, the amount of money that you're going to put down on the house doesn't have a proper paper trail with the amount that you have in your personal account. It doesn't match your tax returns. You're going to be flagged for money laundering. So no, you can't put the money down on a house. The next thing the people ask is, hey, so can I use the PPP money to go ahead and buy a new car and say it's for the business? No, it's money laundering. That's what happens when you're crossing the business funds to go to your personal funds. If you check the news, you'll see that there's a pastor right now that's facing 20 years in prison because of, like a $20,000 PPP loan, and he was trying to use 10,000 of it to put on a house and then bought a Tesla and all this other stuff. Look, I don't want this type of stuff to happen to you all. So here's the breakdown. And once again, telling it just like it is, because I don't want a lot of phone calls of people in trouble. And at that particular time, like I said, all I can do is tell you to call Jesus, because I am telling you directly how it is and how to handle the PPP loan funds when you get it. So when you get the funds on the application, once again, it's there, but people aren't reading because they get excited about the money and they sign on the line. It says on those initials that under, the initial part on the loan, that when you get the money, 60% of the funds are supposed to go to payroll. That is, if it's just you, an independent contractor, you can use 60% of that money to pay yourself. When you pay yourself, if you have a business account, I suggest that you don't do cash withdrawals, because when you do cash withdrawals, it makes it a little difficult to prove certain things. But if you do a cash withdrawal, save all of your receipts to add up to the amount that you pulled the cash out for. Or if you're using the funds from your business account to pay yourself, withdraw the cash and then directly put it into your personal account and save the receipt that you deposited, say that $1,000, into your personal account. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is if you have a business account, you can Zelle yourself your payroll payment to yourself, or you can set your own self up on bill pay. That's another way. Just make sure in the notes you put payroll for yourself, whatever, for the week. I don't know if you're paying yourself for the week, 2 weeks, or monthly. You're in charge to do the disbursements how you like. The other 40% of the PPP loan is for expenses, business expenses. Look, that can be utilities, that can be rent. When we break it down on that part, like if you work at home, sometimes like me, well, like when you're not in the office, like my business rent for both locations can be deducted, no problem, the full amounts. But when it comes to me making, say, some deduction for working at home, so what happens is you only can use the percentage that is on your taxes. So say on your taxes, if you use business use of home, and you say, hey, about 20% or 30% of my house is used for my business, you only can deduct that other 20 or 30% of the expense to pay. You can pay with your PPP loan, but that percentage is what you can pay as an expense. Not all of your rent, only the percentage that you use for your business at home. So there's a little bit of tidbit of information, to help you. You can, use some of the funds to pay your car note, once again, that's if you're using your card for business, and that goes down to the percentage that you use your card for business. So if you use your card for 50% of your business and it's claimed on your taxes, hey, I use this card for 50% of business, you can pay 50% of your card note with the PPP loan and pay the other half with what you pay yourself from the PPP loan. Right now, the PPP loan that is given out right now, especially for independent contractors, the 1099s, the self-employed, is for 8 weeks. Whatever amount that they give you is supposed to last the 8 weeks. The PPP loan's purpose is to help stop people from being on unemployment during that time. So if you're receiving unemployment, you may want to be careful about how you cross those things over, because once again, the PPP loan is to help stop people from being on unemployment. So if you receive the PPP loan and you're on unemployment, you may not want to report to get unemployment for those particular weeks. That's up to you. Once again, I just give you the information and you do what it is that you'd like to do with it. Some states are going to start asking people to go ahead and start looking for work. There's about 3 states doing that now. So unemployment is going to slowly start, phasing out as we get closer to September the 4th, which is generally the last extension on this last stimulus. So we have to see what happens as we get closer to September 9th. Forgiveness, PPP forgiveness. So the buzzwords are, hey, you can get all this money for free, let me just do all your documents. People are creating fake tax returns, fake Schedule Cs, fake documents, whatever it is that they're doing. So when that happens, okay, when they say, okay, it's forgivable, if you don't get caught up, okay, in between, you can get a certain amount forgiven. You can get all of it forgiven if you follow the rules, which is the 60-40 rule. 60% goes to payroll for you and your employees, and then the other 40% can go towards allowable expenses. So if you follow that rule, you have to end up filling out a form, 3508 or 3508EZ. Ask your SBA approved lender that you got your loan from for those documents. He or she will then say, hey, complete this form and also submit your proof of how you spent the money. Once again, I just said that they may ask you, depending on which form you need to fill out, to submit your proof with that forgiveness application. Once that is submitted, then the SBA is going to review it and they're going to determine if all of the PPP is forgivable, or if they're going to say, hey, you know what, this person followed the rules maybe about 50%, so you'll just have to pay 50% of the PPP loan back within the allotted time. Or they'll say, hey, person didn't follow the rules, we're going to further check them out for fraud, and or you're going to have to pay it back with all the interest. So that's how that works, okay? So I gave you generally all the information I know about the PPP and how that works, and I hope that the people who really need it, I hope you get it, and I hope you understand how to use it properly. And you can go to bluevine.com, and also leave links after I get off the live, so you can click on the links. I'll leave the names of the forms and everything like that regarding the stimulus check, if it's floating around, how to recover your money. Because if you're not able to recover your stimulus check funds within a certain amount of time before they stop dispersing them, which right now, stimulus checks are still going out. Okay, so I don't want people to freak out if, they're still not in the system, type thing, because they're still working on it. Every week, stimulus checks are going out. So they're still going out. They haven't stopped yet. But if you haven't filed a non-filer's return, or it's still just showing unavailable for weeks and weeks and weeks with no updated information, I don't want you to be stuck in the sense of having to wait until 2021 until you get your $1,400 stimulus check with the dependents added. So if you need my help in filing your back taxes, current taxes, business taxes, nonprofit taxes, non-filer's return, setfreetaxpro.com, text 562-646-6185 for information. Now I'm going to change lanes so I can come down the road for the people who have money, and or even if it's just a little bit, $99, and you want to invest in yourself, which I think is important. We sometimes help everybody and do all these other things, and in the midst sometimes end up losing yourself in the things that you need to do in order to allow yourself to thrive. Credit is one thing that holds a lot of people back. May it be your individual credit or your business credit. So if you'd like me to assist you with my expertise in helping you settle debt, that's one side of it, or either adding trade lines, that's another side of it. Educating you, which is the third side of it. Fourth side of it is getting rid of collections, getting rid of debt, disputing them, not through just general mail and all that other stuff, which are very old tactics. These days we're dealing with formal complaints and other very legal ways in order to get collection agencies out of your pockets and get your credit looking right. So if you're ready to buy a house, let me know. I'll help you do that. I help people in all states. A relocation specialist in order to assist you, whether you're moving from California to Texas, California to Atlanta, or anywhere. I'll be happy to assist you and see if you qualify. You know, sometimes people are sitting there thinking that they don't qualify, and the whole time they qualify. Sometimes, you can have a score as low as 580, but if you have the money in the bank and you have, positive work history, there's moves that can be made. So I would say just don't sit there, ask questions, and see if you can get into your dream home, your starter home, or even invest. And go to setfreecreditrepair.com if you need assistance in fixing your credit. I'll be happy to assist you, not only with your individual credit, but also showing you how to build your business credit. Now, for other people who say, hey, I want to officially start my own business. If you want to officially start your own business, you want a formal sole proprietorship, you want an LLC, corporation, or a nonprofit, I can assist you. I assist people daily in order to consult them on how to set those up, how to effectively manage those so they don't get suspended, and get that business credit. So go to setfreetaxpro.com, click on business structure, and I'll be able to assist you with that. Now, if you're a person who says, Toy, I do not want the responsibility of, having my own business. I don't want to deal with employees. I don't want the headache of, just dealing with some things that come with being a business owner. There are ways that you still can invest. You may have thought about flipping real estate and say, hey, you know what, but I'm nervous. I don't know how to do all that. I really don't want to get my hands, that dirty into it, but I do want to invest something. May it be $100, $250, $500 or more into properties. Well, guess what? Here are some websites for you. So if you want to invest in real estate developments as low as $100, $250, or $500, you can go to Fundrise. You can go to fundrise.com. There are multiple investment projects, not just in real estate, but also technology, restaurants, NASA, just all these different projects that people have. Go to WeFunder, W-E Funder. Now, if you want to invest in your favorite celebrities' new product or service venture, you can go to fanvestor.com. If you're looking for other multiple projects that you can invest in, once again, you do not have to be rich to start investing. You can start investing with $100, $250, $500. Just check it all out. But go to withvincent.com, and I'm gonna put all of this down in the trends after I get off. Now, the other one is, a lot of people ask me about grants, especially women. Hey, how can we get funding? So when it comes to funding for women, there is a website that I just put on my story, which is called ifundwomen.com. ifundwomen.com is not only for people who are looking for funding, it is also for people who are looking to invest in other women's funding for their startups and other business. So go to ifundwomen.com. Thank you so much for taking time to listen regarding stimulus check, how to recover those, the PPP loan mess, and also how to invest in yourself and start a portfolio. Just remember that you are powerful, you are resilient. Whatever you're dreaming about doing, put it to action and watch God do the rest of the work. Any day is a great day to get set free. So if you need me, just text, call 562-646-6185. I'll be happy to help. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.